your research and academic branding company where I help academics and educators increase their visibility, authority, and income without the expense of a publicist. And today we're talking about knowing when to outsource. And the topic of this video came to me because I just got off of a sales call yesterday, a 30-minute sales call where I just walk my academics through the 9-step process so they can understand how to build their brand. And this is top of mind for me because this educator came to this call and he's like, I've spent thousands of dollars on these scam programs and these scam coaches, and he's just very animated and upset about things that have nothing to do with me. And after talking to him, he sends me an email and he says he spent $1,400 on a company to create some digital assets for him and basically content creation, like designs, templates, things that he can post on social media. And I'm like, well, that's the problem. And I see a lot of academics come to me and they're just like, how can I just outsource this digital stuff? How can I just outsource the content creation? And the answer to that question is you can't, because you don't know what your brand is yet. You don't know who your target audience yet is yet. You don't know how to talk to people on a 7th grade level yet. You don't know how to translate all of your PhD academic language to the everyday person. You haven't understood how to build your particular community, and so you're trying to outsource something that you haven't yet done the prerequisite work for, right? Remember prerequisites in your undergraduate education? There are things you have to do before you can get to the next level, because otherwise the next level won't work. And so this is hot for me right now because there are millions of videos on YouTube. There are millions of people teaching you millions of different things. And if you don't do things in the right order, it's going to take you a very long time to reach your vision, if you ever reach it at all. And this is one of those specific examples that I see over and over and over and over again. I am 7 years into really taking the brand building elements of my personal brand seriously. I am 4 years in to my Power Your Research program and teaching academics how to increase their visibility, authority, and income. And it is just this month that I paid a graphic designer $1,400 or even more to create some design elements and templates. Those things are superficial. You don't even know what your logo and colors and things should be unless you know who your target audience is, what your brand is, because that's a part of the messaging. If you don't have a framework for the videos you want to post, you can't hire an editor yet. If you don't know the content that resonates with your audience, you shouldn't be spending money on somebody to create those things for you. You have to get your hands dirty and do it yourself. If you go to my Instagram page, I have like 90,000 followers on Instagram. You know what I didn't do? I didn't hire a design team and waste money by having them create my carousel slides. I did them myself with a basic black background and some white text. People don't care about what it looks like, they care about the information that you have to give them. And once you start making money, then you can start outsourcing the things that you don't want to do anymore. But you can't outsource something at the beginning when you don't know what you're outsourcing. And so, to the person that was on that sales call with me, you just took $1,400 and you put it down the toilet. That's what you did, because you're trying to take shortcuts. And in building your brand, there are no shortcuts. The shortcut is just doing the work every day. The shortcut is you going to canva.com for free and creating 100 slides and then posting them so you can find out the 5 slides that work, so that you can do that for 2 years, and then you can spend $1,400 to have somebody else do it, because you can actually give them the framework that you know that works, and they'll be creating slides that are actually going to make you money. But this is not school. This is not you take 120 credits and you pass all the classes and you get a degree. This is not getting a PhD when you know in 5 years, if you just do the work and make sure people like you, that you'll get the degree. This is the other side, the real world, right? This is not the bubble. This is not linear. Building your brand requires you to fail, to try, to post 100 pieces of content. Because on the real, that's how I got 90,000 Instagram followers. I posted content on my own 3 to 4 times a day for a year, 2 years. And now I get to outsource it. Now I get to have the editor do it. Now I get to the easy part of that. But you know what? Now there's some other hard part I got to overcome. This isn't linear. And so, to the people out there, you're trying to figure out how to build your brand, you're trying to figure out how to get to the next level. Do the work, because that's how you figure out how to outsource. Period. And so, you can watch all of the videos you want. You can listen to all the podcasts you want. By the way, Power Your Research is launching a podcast tomorrow. The first episodes will be out, so make sure you go and check that out. If you're on the email list, I'll send you an email. But all of those things are not going to help you if you're not taking action every day. And once you figure it out, it does get easier. But then you just have another level to get to. This is not higher ed. This is not school. If you're building a brand, there's just more levels to overcome if you want to keep going. But there's no end point like you just get the degree and piece of paper. You can have your own end point, like, hey, I want to make 6 figures off my brand, or right, I just want all my personal needs met, or whatever it is. That could be the end point for you. But you're going to have to get there, and it's not going to be linear. So the answer to when should you outsource is when you start doing the work on your own and you have a system that you can write down on a piece of paper and hand to somebody else to do the work for you. My name is Dr. Sheena Howard. I am the founder of Power Your Research, an academic branding company where I help academics and educators increase their visibility, authority, and income without the expense of a publicist. And I hope you have